Bryan, Dolgin and Mark Vasko back with you here from Silver Cross Field, top of the fourth inning. The North leads the South in the 2004 Northern League All-Star Game by a score of 4-2. Here to take us through the play-by-play through the middle innings is Mark Vasko.
All right, thanks very much, Bryan. As Doc Hyde, the Joliet JackHammer, delivers his first pitch in a swing and foul all the way to the backstop. And it is one strike. Jason Fitzgerald, the batter. He singled his first time up. That's from the left side. And the pitch. Checks his swing. It's in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Doc, pressure's on. Brian Mazzone did a great job of 1-2-3 first inning. And considering he's not only Mazzone's teammate, but he's also his pitching coach as well. Don't want to be overshadowed by Mazzone here today. And it's a high pop-up right side of the infield. Who's going to call it? Second baseman coming on. That'll be easy. And Oskasil makes the grab, and there's one out.
Rich Hyde, a four-time Northern League All-Star Game, twice with the Sioux Falls Canaries, twice with the Joliet JackHammers. Last year, the game was played in Lincoln, Nebraska. Now this year, the Joliet JackHammers. But such a unique aspect for him. He's not only a pitcher on the team, he's the pitching coach, too.
He's done a great job with double duty so far. Hasn't affected his pitching on the mound. There's a fastball strike, considering he leads the league in victories with 8. So he's done a great job this year. 2.78 the ERA, 81 innings, 77 hits, 57 strikeouts to just 11 walks. And the righty delivers that one right down the middle. It was belt high, but apparently didn't get the call. It's 1-1. Doc toes the rubber. Here's in, now the 1-1. And floats that one just outside. 2-1 the count. 4-2. North leads the South. Here in this fourth. Here's the pitch. Fastball, swing and a foul tip. It's 2-2 as the batter, Kelly Gullidge, lost his bat on that one. We're going to retrieve it. Gullidge out of Fargo, and an RBI bounce out back in the second inning. And he came in, how about the average of 375? 32 RBIs. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat, foul that to the screen. We'll do it again.
That batting average of 375 ranks second among Northern Leaguers. He's second in the league in doubles with 21. Second in on-base percentage at 465. Former Minnesota Twins 10th round selection of the 2000 June draft.
2-2 pitch. Ground ball. It's a little high hop to the first baseman. Delgado will take it himself. Tag the bag, and just like that, there's 2 out.
One thing that we're going to see for sure in this ball game is great defense. And Mario Delgado gloved that ball and hustled on over to first base. No problem for that second out.
Of course, the interesting thing here is that JackHammers have 2 pitchers in this All-Star game, actually 3, but 2 of their starters. They do have Jeff Goldbach. But so far, neither Mazzone or Hyde has had a chance to throw to Goldbach. He'll come off the bench here later on today. That one just misses the outside corner. Ball 1 to Adam Olo, the right fielder, who has a fly out to right, so he's 0 for 1. And the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be a soft liner. That's going to be a base hit to right field.
Well, one thing's for sure, Olo knows how to get on base. He leads the Northern League with getting on base. And right there, he lined it, inside-out swing, took it the opposite way to right field, gets his first hit of the game. He's 1 for 2. That hit comes with 2 outs in the top of the fourth inning.
And the dangerous Joe Mathis now coming up, leadoff man in the order. The center fielder from Fargo has a fly to center. He's also singled and scored. That happened last inning. That's from the left side, waves that bat. Hyde in the stretch. Here's the pitch, and a fastball of beauty in the outside corner for strike 1. Back that one up at 88 miles an hour. Both bullpens working, as I'm sure they will be pretty much throughout the whole rest of this ball game. Get all these pitchers in. A 1 delivery. Tried the backdoor curve, didn't come back far enough, and it's 1-1.
So many great things to say about Rich Hyde. Not only does he lead the Northern League in wins this year, but he's also the all-time leader.
Swing and a miss. Great changeup. He had Mathis out in front. knee high, and it's now 1-2. He's got just about every record there is to get pretty much in this league.
He does, and from a personal standpoint for him, he's 1 win shy of the century plateau in his pro career. So when he takes the mound on Friday night here at Silver Cross Field, it's going to be a little bit extra special as he goes for number 100.
Runner goes, and it's a foul to the screen. He'll have to retreat. We'll do it again. It's still 1-2 to Joe Mathis.
But it's hard to find a more well-liked guy in this league who commands the respect of every player. Well, that's what you get when you pitch for 14 seasons, and he is the elder statesman of all of these All-Stars here in Joliet here tonight.
Well, and he's still going strong. He could do this for a lot longer if he wants to. He's still getting guys out. Here's the 1-2. Runner does not go. It's outside, and it's 2-2 the count.
One scout was telling me before the ball game today that a couple years ago when he came out and saw the Joliet JackHammers and saw Rich Hyde, he said if we had a spot at AAA, we would have scooped him right up and sent him back.
Don't tell me that.
That's the way this game goes, though.
All we've done for 3 years is wonder about why he's still here in this league. That's a shot foul, third base side out of play.
But the reality is the age factor comes into play. He's 35 years old. He'll continue to dominate this league year in and year out.
Well, there are 35-year-olds in AAA, by the way. And
plenty.
A lot of them who aren't as good as Rich Hyde, but I know what you're saying. There's the 2-2. Runner does go. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out, and that takes care of that. So Hyde allows the little single to right by Olo, but that's it. As he strikes out the last man he faces. No runs on a hit. That one man left on. Bottom of 4 on the way. The North leads the South in this Northern League All-Star game at 4-2.
Well, in this ball game for the North Division, we've had a total of 4 different pitchers in 5 innings of work. Heschel worked the first 2 innings. And then we have a new pitcher the 3rd and the 4th, and now in the 5th inning. So to find our most valuable pitcher, it has to be a fantastic inning.
Got that right. Josh Patton now. This will be his second at bat since coming on for Eddie Pearson. Pearson had singled. Patton walked his first time and fouls that one off 1 strike. Callum at first with 2 out. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Patton waves at that from the left side. The righty delivers. Runner goes. Swing a check swing. Actually, as it turns out, it's a foul ball third base side up into the seats. Reggie the mascot on that third base side as well. Just sitting right there amongst the fans and signing autographs and having fun with everybody.
It's just a fun atmosphere. Another fun atmosphere for baseball here at Silver Cross Field. Reggie's here. The Blues Brothers are here. It's been great if Joliet Jake would have stayed out there to be the umpire for this half inning.
With a first and the runner back. Now, something tells me that was a mistake, but the first Midwest Bank Speed pitch sign had 108 miles per hour.
Don't fool yourself, Mark. It was.
That last one. Now, I know that, Clark can bring it, but I'm not quite sure if it was 108. There's the 0-2. Pitch out. The runner not going. And it's 1-2.
Well, with this unbalanced schedule, this is truly a treat for all the fans here at the Joliet JackHammers to see the players on the North Division who they don't see very often. They'll see them for 1 series, and that's it. Whereas the South Division opponents they'll see a couple of times throughout the course of the baseball season.
Pitch in the dirt for breaking ball, and Patton was able to lay off of, and it's 2-2.
But everything's good when it comes to All-Star games. This All-Star game does not decide home field advantage, though, for the finals.
Pitch outside and a fastball that'll miss, and it's a full count 3-2. I was going to ask that. The home field for the League Championship Series, not on the line, but there still is divisional pride.
Yes, there is. Just talking to the players yesterday during the skills competition, they're all about winning.
Runner goes high and outside. It's ball 4. So the South has a little 2-out rally going, courtesy of an error and a walk. And now Brian Warner, we'll see if he can add a hit to that mix and maybe drive in a run. As again the tying runs are on base for the South here in inning number 5.
Josh Patton, the second time that he has been issued a free pass, and that number 4 slot in the lineup. He entered the ballgame for Eddie Pearson back in the 3rd frame, but Doug Simonic's going to take a walk-on out to the mound. Second time that he's made the walk-on out to the bump today. First time was when Brad Purcell was on the mound in the third frame. And he just had a few words of wisdom for him. And here with Ray Clark, he has some words of wisdom and then turns around and heads back to the dugout. I can't wait to find out from Doug later on after the ball game what he was saying to his pitchers out there.
What's the total time elapsed of his 2 mound visits so far?
Oh, about 1.3 seconds.
Exactly. Not sure what he said, but whatever it is, he's a man of few words. Pitch outside. It's a ball to Brian Warner, who is fly to left and line to right.
You know, we haven't touched upon it yet, Mark, but we will now. And that is the Simonic-Isom connection.
All right.
Here in this ball game today.
1-0 pitch is just barely in the air for the outside corner strike, 1-1.
And for all the fans who are listening back in Fargo, North Dakota, you know about Jeff Isom I'm talking about. Yes, the man who has the Northern League record for most balks in a ball game with 3. That's the one I'm talking about. The manager of the Joliet JackHammers and of the South Division All-Stars.
Pitch outside, 2-1.
Used to coach and pitch back in the day for the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks not too long ago, in fact, and also on Isom's side down in the dugout, Andy McCauley, another former coach for the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks.
2-1 deliveries. A line shot. Base hit to right field. Runner rounding third. They will send him home. He will score as the ball is bobbled. Another runner will go to third base. Runners at the corners. It's now a 1-run ball game at 4-3.
Well, Brian Warner, he's been in a bit of a slump lately. He lined a single just past the outstretched hand of Justin Hall, right past his glove and into right field. Credit Warner with an RBI single as flying around the bases with Jeff McCallum. He scored from second base. And now still the South Division doing a great job of 2-out hitting here in the 5th inning.
Now it's Mario Delgado. Delgado, it's a ground out and a strikeout. And I think it's virtually impossible for Delgado to finish an entire ball game on this field without at least 1 hit. So something tells me we'll get a hit right about now. There's a swing and a miss. And it's 1 strike. Delgado has done very well against the JackHammers. He's 0 for 2 tonight as an all-star. Tying run at third with 2 out. Way high and outside. Matter of fact, that's going to go off the catcher's glove to the screen. We have a tie ball game.
Wild pitch on the play is ruled by the official score. We've had a couple of those here today that have allowed runs to come in to score. 1 for each ball club. Brand new ball game here in the 5th frame. So the South Division doing all they can here, making the most of so many different opportunities. An error earlier in the frame, and now a wild pitch.
Yeah, that one's way high and outside. Even though Gullidge got a glove on it, you still can't call it a pass ball because he had to leap to try to snag it. That thing was really wild. And there's a big swing and a miss by Delgado. 1-2. Tied at 4 here in the 5th inning. Thanks to a walk, an error, a wild pitch, and just 1 single on the south side here. Chop foul, first base side. We'll do it again at 1-2. Mike Pinto, Joliet JackHammer bench coach, is the third base coach for the south side.
You think the game's competitive for him?
Every game he's in is competitive for him. There's a pop foul, third base side up and out of play. It's 1-2 to Delgado still. He takes everything he does seriously.
It's a fun JackHammers coaching staff that is guiding the South Division here today. Great individuals and great baseball people.
Way high and outside again. That time, Dolgin actually did leap and grab it, though, and it's 2-2. Andy McCauley coaching at first right now for the South squad. And you've got the lead runner in Warner at second base with 2 out. And after that last wild pitch, another 2-2 is going to be down and away. Actually, that's the 3-2 count, and now it's ball 4 to Delgado.
First time that Mario Delgado of the Schaumburg Flyers has reached base today. And he was 0 for 2 with that ground out and strikeout prior to that at bat. Gets on base, first and second situation for these South Division ball players, but yet at the same time, when you look at it from a defensive standpoint, force out situation at third base and second base for the North.
Now it's Chris Weekly, Schaumburg third baseman, who has an infield single and then a regular old base hit, so he's 2 for 2. And of course, this is also one of those all-star games where The pitchers might change just about every inning, but the position players do not. Mainly because they're here trying to impress the scouts. They want more than one at bat, those kinds of things. They want to play the starters as much as possible in this game to show what they can do.
The roster's total just 21, in fact, and the vast majority of those reserves are pitchers, and there's only 2 position players on each side that are on the bench. 3, in fact, I believe it is, for the South team. Allensworth, Goldbach, and Patton came off the bench already.
There's a shot to left center field. That's going to be trouble. Mathis is not going to get there. It'll roll all the way to the wall. Extra bases. 1 run is in. They're going to send another man around to score. It's going to be a 2-run stand-up double for Chris Weekly. And just like that, the South has taken a 6-4 lead.
That's Schaumburg Flyers baseball in a nutshell right there. Mario Delgado draws a walk. Chris Weekly steps up to the plate and just drills that 2 RBI double out to left center field, where no fielder could catch up to it until 2 runs had already crossed home plate.
And he hit that ball on the nose, tailing away from the center fielder Mathis, despite his great speed. No chance to go get that one till it bounces off the Caterpillar sign in left center. And now it is the backup catcher. It's Jeff Goldbach of the Joliet JackHammers, who will bat in place of the starting catcher Rich Rodriguez, who had a fly out and a bounce double play. He was 0 for 2, and now Goldie gets his first at bat. With a runner at second, 2 out. And takes that one down and away for ball 1.
Certainly one of the best defensive catchers in the Northern League, Jeff Goldbach, but also doing the job with his bat this year. 8 home runs so far in the young season for him.
He takes that one down and away. 2-0 the count.
He had a game winner against All-Star Anthony Boner, who was with the Schaumburg Flyers. He was named to the All-Star team with Boner, but yet picked up by one of the Major League ball clubs.
2-0 delivery. Chop foul, third base side. And it's 2-1 as it's been a rough half inning for Clark. Here on the north side of things, 4 runs have come across in this 5th inning. Chance for more if Goldbach can come through. His teammate, Loggins of Joliet, already has a 2-run homer today. And he laces a base hit to left field. Run arounding third. Mike Pino's going to send him home. Here comes the throw from Fitzgerald. It'll be cut off. Goldie will go to second base. He will be tagged out to end the inning. But the run does score. And another run tacked on. The RBI signal for Goldbach. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning. But the South has now taken a 7-4 lead. Welcome back to downtown Joliet, Illinois for the Northern League All-Star Game. I'm Mark Vasko. He's Brian Dolgin. We're in the 6th inning of a 7-4 South lead thanks to that 5-run 5th for the South All-Stars. And now, with a 3-run lead, Byron Embry goes to the mound for the South. And another Joliet JackHammer, Jermaine Allensworth, goes into center field. But Byron Embry, the former JackHammer, now with the Lincoln Salt Dogs, will toe the rubber. And normally when he goes out to the mound in the late innings, Brian, if this team has a lead, it's a lock because his hold is pretty much automatic.
Oh, no doubt about it. He has got great hard stuff and throwing to the mid-90s.
Kelly Gulledge, a big swing and a miss at a fastball up and in for strike 1.
That one, 93 miles per hour on the first Midwest Bank speed of pitch forward and right center field. But he can also come with the off-speed pitches, which he pretty much discovered in this offseason.
Beat down and away, 1-1.
8 years into his career, learning to become more of a complete pitcher. He lost some pounds. He has become a lot better, and he has become an all-star this year for good reason.
Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on that one. Beautiful pitch, 1-2. And any way that we can make sure he doesn't leave town when this game's over?
Wouldn't that be nice?
I kind of like him back. He's got that blue uniform on. It's the Joliet colors. He looks good in it. Here's the 1-2. Off speed, swing and a miss, and strikes him out. That's what I'm talking about. We got a good hitter, Gulledge, to go down. That 375 average goes back to the dugout, and there's one away.
75 miles per hour on that last offering. What a sharp contrast from the first pitch he threw the inning, which was 93 miles per hour. So it just shows what kind of a complete pitcher Byron Embry has become when you can change velocities like that, but also change the location of pitches as he did. Byron Embry's not just a class act on the mound as a pitcher, but he's also a class act off the field. He's one of the good guys in this game of baseball.
A question about Ryan Ruiz will get his first at bats. He's coming on defensively for Adam Olo. Left-handed batter, and that one will be outside for a ball. Ruiz, Sioux City, 352 for his batting average. On base of 437. 2 home runs. Big swing and a miss. Good fastball. 1-1 the count. Olo had a fly out and a single before his day would come to a close in this All-Star game. Now we'll see what Ruiz does. Stretching the 1-1 pitch. Foul out of play left field side. So as we said, Jermaine Allensworth now in center field for the South. The Joliet JackHammers, which of course the former Pittsburgh Pirate, who's just done a great job for the JackHammers all year as their leadoff hitter and certainly solidified the defensive side of things out up the middle.
He's also the lone All-Star in this ball game with Major League Baseball playing experience.
That one outside, and it's 2-2 to Ruiz.
And 342 games worth of Major League Baseball playing experience.
Well, and he's still a young guy.
He's 32 years old.
It wouldn't surprise me if he got back there, especially if he can keep up the stats he's done so far. There's a chopper over the pitcher's set towards second. Should be easy, though. Vasko throws him out, and there's 2 away.
Well, Embry just missed gloving that baseball as it trickled right by him, but Doskisel charged on the play, made a nice glove play, and then throw out over to first base. That's second out of the frame.
2 dead for Joe Mathis. The Fargo center fielder has a fly to center, a single. He scored a run after that base hit in the 3rd. Struck out in the 4th. And the delivery. Sets him off with an off-speed down low for ball 1. We're in the 6th inning of 7-4 South advantage. Bases empty. 2 out here for the North. They take that one outside. It's 2-0 to Mathis. Justin Hall on deck for the North All-Stars. 2-0 is a high fly ball, right center field. Long run. Warner tracks it down to retire the side. He covered a lot of ground. Got a nice jump. And guess what? Embry comes out for a 1-2-3 inning. No surprise there. Bottom of 6 on the way. This 2004 Northern League All-Star game from Joliet. We'll come back after this. The South on top of the North, 7-4. Bottom of the 6th inning of the Northern League All-Star game. It will be 9-1-2 coming up for the South, who already are on top. 7-4. Darren Doskisel, Juju Foreman, and Jeff McCallum. And barring pinchers, although actually Foreman lifted for Allensworth, so he does move into the on-deck circle. He'll have his first at-bat coming up. Doskisel has struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. He wants to put the ball in play here in this All-Star game. See if he can do so against the new pitcher. Wes Faust on the hill, and this one popped up, third base side, foul territory. And there will be a play just a couple steps away from the third base dugout. Scalabrini does make the grab, and Doskisel pops out. There's one away.
But we have an entirely new battery in addition to Wes Faust, who's out on the mound for the North Division. Faust on the year with a record of 4-3 and a 3.60 ERA in 11 games. All starts with the Sioux Falls Canaries. And his battery mate is Marcel Longmire. Longmire of the Sioux City Explorers.
So Jermaine Allensworth gets a nice round of applause from the home folks here. And the first pitch. There's a strike right down the middle of the belt. Allensworth a 3.47 average.
Well, the fans can expect him to eat some pitches right here.
And that one right down the middle, and it's 0-2.
Except when it gets to 0-2.
A big Wes Faust. All 6-8 of them delivers. And that one down and away, and it's 1-2.
Certainly the tallest All-Star that we have here today between these two ball clubs.
I don't believe it. And the 1-2 pitch. It's a slicer. That's going to be a base hit to short right field. He kind of inside outs that one, and Allensworth has himself the 1-out single.
Jermaine Allensworth has a knack to make things look very easy. And that's what someone who has 342 games worth of Major League Baseball playing experience should be doing here in the Northern League. And that's why he has that batting average of up near 350 on the baseball season here for the Joliet JackHammers. He just comes right out, 0-2 pitch. Decides to slice it the other way. Nice inside-out swing. Get that liner down for that base hit. That being the 8th hit of the game for the South.
1 on, 1 out. The pitch to Jeff McCallum. Swinging and a miss. Fastball. Comes up empty. Actually, that was the off speed. Because the first Midwest Bank speed of pitch sign says 71 miles an hour. So very good straight change. It fooled McCallum and fooled me. Now the 0-1. That one pop foul out of play, third base side up into the seats. So 2 strikes to McCallum, who was popped out. He walked and scored in the 3rd. He reached on an error and scored in the 5th. Again, Josh Loggins, who was on deck. That's the big hit for the South squad, a 2-run homer in that 3rd inning. Chris Weekly with a big 2-run double in the 5th. Those pretty much the 2 biggest hits of the day so far for the South Stars. As that one fouled away by McCallum. Again, both Mazzone and Hyde of Joliet through scoreless innings for the South squad. The 0-2. Hard ground ball, just foul of first base bag. Foul by much, but it's still 2 strikes to McCallum. Again, full house, as you would expect for the All-Star game. And this huge crowd. Pretty good contest. The 0-2 again. That one misses outside. Now 1-2. Still a warm evening here. A hot, humid day that got into the upper 80s, and there's still some people fanning themselves down there in the bowl. High pop, short left field. Coming on. Fitzgerald, the long run. He'll make the catch. And that becomes out number 2. So Josh Loggins will come to the plate. The JackHammers struck out, but he reached on a pass ball to drop 3rd strike in the 1st. Had a 2-run homer in the 3rd. He struck out swinging in the 5th. Three-run lead for the South, as is. Allensworth, his JackHammer teammate, gets the lead at first. Swing and a miss. He tried to hold up on his cut. He could not. 0-1 to Josh Loggins. Guys like Loggins and Vasko, others who graduated basically from the Frontier League All-Star game to the Northern League All-Star game, as that went foul. First base side as they try to move on their way up into affiliated ball and keep moving up that chain.
A whole bunch of these All-Stars here today have either experience solely in the independent ranks, or a lot of them have experience in the affiliated ranks. Previous draft selections played either on up to the single-A, double-A, or triple-A level. It's a wide variety of experience for all these players. And Josh Loggins, one of those players that's been up to the double-A level of professional baseball. The base runner, first base, Jermaine Allensworth, has played up to the highest level of the game, being the major leagues. And the man on deck, Josh Padden, has only played in the independent ranks.
Chop left side, I should say. Third baseman will come on. And close play at first, just barely gets Loggins. That's Scalabrini to Davis to retire the side on the 5-3. No runs on a hit. That one man stranded. That was Allensworth. We're through 6 of the Northern League All-Star game. It's a 7-4 South lead.